Hi, it's Gary, one of the founders here at appzero.com, and we've created a quick start guide to help you get started with appzero.com. These videos will be short videos to the point on a particular topic, but I'm going to give you an overview first of all of the builder. Once you receive your login details, you can look for the login button up here on the right hand side of the builder. If you have any problems getting your login details or activating a plan on your account, you can click on support here and that will open the support desk. Once on the login page, you will need to insert your username and password. Now your username is not your email. Okay, this is a username that is specifically given to you and your very own unique password. If you can't remember the password, click on the forgot password section. Once you've logged in, you will be asked to pick a template. Now our builder is designed with HTML and jQuery, and it then converts the code into an app, whether that be Android or iOS or Kindle language. The Kindle system also runs on Android technology, which is the same as Google Play. In our template section you will see many different templates designed for offline businesses, and these templates then will have loyalty systems and other features built in. But you can build the app from the ground up, so we're going to do that in this video. Select blank template, and then this will load the template on the phone previewer. You can choose to use this template or then select another one if you're not happy with the template. Select use this template, give the application ID a name. Now if you have a name for your app in mind, make it similar. So we're just going to put my app 1 for this example. Click on the create button, and now we need to select whether we want to create an app for iPhone, iPad, Android, which is the Google Play Store, Kindle, which is the Amazon Kindle Store, or a web app, which is basically a website type app. Please note, if you select iPhone, your app can also work on iPad if selecting the universal setting. So the same app can work on both iPhone and iPad. Or if you prefer just to have it for the iPad, you can select iPad. For this example, we're going to select native iPhone. Once selected, click on next, and we will then choose whether we want no tabs, standard tabs, or custom tab, or a wheel navigation design. You can change this in the future, but for now we're just going to select standard tabs. Once done, select next. This will take you to a section where you can configure your app. Theme, content style, app icon, splash screen, and you can also add app pages. First thing you will need to do is select light or dark. Okay, so that will select the background navigation here to be dark or light. Now you can also select a color here, and it will change the color on the tabs, or you can select the more option, and this will give you a color wheel that you can select it to be any color. So let's select it to be a nice blue here. Once done, click OK, and you will see it changes the color of the background of the nav bar. Next, you can choose the color of the tab icons. So let's choose it white, and that will come up white when you have selected the tab itself. So once you're happy with your look, click on next, and then you can choose the size of the text within your app. So if you want to make the text bigger, you can do that. And you can also change the color of the text. If you want to make the text green, again, you can choose the color wheel here. Let's choose black. And you can choose a background color or upload a background image. Again, you have the more option here, which you can select. So let's just choose black for now and click OK. Now you can also upload a background image, and once you click on the upload button, this will take you to our cloud resource and resource manager. You can choose some of the background textures that are here, or you can choose tab icons. So let's choose this type of background, copy to resources, and choose that file. Now of course you can add your own by just choosing one, click copy to resources. You can also choose any one here. So let's say if we want to choose the silver background, or if you have a background in mind from your computer, you can click the upload button and upload the background from your computer to the server. So let's choose this one and click on choose, and this will give us this design. Next, click on the next button, and this will ask you to upload your app icon. This is the icon that appears on the phone itself. So you can click on change. You can upload an icon here from your computer, or you can choose from our gallery. So let's just choose from the gallery here for an example, and it will insert the icon itself. Once you're happy with your icon, click on next and then upload your splash screen. This is what appears when the phone is loading. Okay, so when someone downloads your app and when the phone is loading, this is what will appear. So you can upload a splash screen from your computer, and once you're happy with it, then choose it and click on next. So here we have our 4 main tabs: tab 1, tab 2, tab 3 and tab 4, and we can also add different features such as a form, a calendar, notes, map, mobile page type, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and LinkedIn. So this is just make it easier for you to include these features. But you can also skip this step and go to the application dashboard. Once you are at the application dashboard, you will see a screen like this, and this is where you control everything for your app. So I'm just going to run through these very quickly, and then we will have a video on each of them in more detail. So up here you can see the size of the app by clicking on this here, and I'm going to give you the size of your current app. This will give you your app ID. Okay. You can delete the app if you're not happy with it from this button here, and you can also view statistics. So if your app is published, you can see how many times it's downloaded from IP addresses and what type of connections, etc. You can also select days, months and years of the analytics for your app. At the moment you will see that this is in design and it will be marked as unpaid, and if you have a current plan you can click on the publish button and this will allow you to activate the app to your plan. So you would simply click on add to plan, and this will then change to InDesign and paid, and you can then publish your app. Here we have the in-app resource and we have the cloud resource. Now the in-app resource contains all the files for everything inside your app. If you're using big files such as audio, you can use the cloud resource to take the files out of your app binary itself, and then once the app is downloaded it will connect to our servers and download the audio files in the background. Otherwise, if you include all the files in your in-app resource, your binary will be very large and it will take a long time for your binary to be downloaded or your app to be downloaded. Next we have install on device, and you can use the AppZero previewers to install for your iPhone, iPad, Android and Kindle. And if you click any of these links, you will see the AppZero previewer, which is free to all users. You can download this to your phone and view the app that you've created, show it to a client and give the client their own unique access details. You can also test an ad hoc build, which is a live build of your app, by selecting ad hoc here, and you can download the binary to your phone and test all the live features the same as what it would look like once live. Next we have the edit pages section. This will allow you to edit every page in your app, and it will also allow you to add features by clicking on the plus button here, and we will go into that in more detail in a future video. There are many different things that are controlled in the page settings area, including add banners, 5-star rating system, and we will go into this in more detail in future videos. Next we have the design properties. This is where the CSS is controlled, and if you're familiar with HTML or advanced coding, you can edit this section, the style, but it is not needed to create apps. But if you do have coding experience, it will help you create your app even better. Navigation settings. This will allow you to change the icons on your navbar. Okay, and the tab icon must be 48 by 32 pixels. Okay, now the builder will automatically resize it for you. Again, you can choose standard tabs or custom tabs or a wheel icon here. You can also choose no tabs. So this controls everything for your navbar. Application settings. There's a lot going on here in application settings. You have general startup options. Access control, you can set up a code for your client to access it and select what pages they can access. In-app settings, mobile ads, Facebook. If you're using any feature that needs a Facebook app ID, you will need to insert it here. Platform specific options. You can track analytics with Google Analytics also by inserting your account ID here. SMTP. This is where you will insert your email details if you want all emails to come from your company instead of AppZero. For example, if you're using a form feature and someone inserts their name and you want the email, name and email, and you want that details to come from your email address, you can insert your email address here. FTP, we will look at this later on. Platform specific options. If you're creating a magazine, you will need to insert your in-app purchase secret key here. And you can also select universal app to make your app available for iPhone and iPad. Localization. This will allow you to change the language. So I will change the back button. Let's say if you want to create an app in French or Italian or Spanish, you can select the language here, and the back button, OK button, error, save, cancel, done, all these fields will automatically change to the correct language. And you can also restore it to default, which will be English if you have changed anything here. You can also edit the app XML file if you have knowledge how to do that. Newsstand properties. This is basically if you're creating a newsstand magazine for iOS, you will need to enable your app for newsstand and upload your icons here. App Store properties. This is if you want our team to submit your apps for you. You can enter all your details here before publishing and we will submit the app for you. This is included in the AppZero price and plans at no extra charge. App multimedia, this is where you will upload your icon and it will give you the correct dimensions here, PNG only format, and you can also upload your splash screen icons. The splash screen can be a different image but must be the correct size to what it says here on the builder. Push notifications. This will allow you to send push notifications to your users, and we will go into more detail in that in a later video. Geofences, this will allow you to select an area where a push notification can be set up. For example, if you click add, you can insert the title, the latitude and the longitude, or you can click edit and select a location on the map. New York. It will give you the location and then you can zoom in. So if you know your location, you can then set up a geofence. For example, if you were looking for a geofence to be set up on a bar or a street, you can select the geofence area and the message will appear when the person walks in to that radius. So you can enter the location. For example, I've selected a hotel here in New York, or let's say if we wanted to select this museum, we can select the radius 100 meters, and when someone has that app on their phone, they walk into this radius, they will get the notifications. App style, this will allow you to edit the theme of your app even further. So you can edit the navigation bar, the back button, the text color, tab bar, color, background color, and this is only an image but it will change live and it will even change here even if the app is live. So if your app is live, you can change the color here and it will update it live on the App Store if sync is selected. Newsstand content publishing, again this is for Newsstand. Back up this app. This allows you to download the file of your app, okay, and you can upload it to another account for a client, or if you want to edit the app in a HTML editor, you can do that. Restore from backup allows you to upload your app then to another account. Duplicate this app will allow you to duplicate the app that you've created for a different platform, for iPad, Android, Kindle, or also a web app. For example, if you've created your app for iPhone or Android, you can duplicate it for the other platforms. This will save you from creating the app all over again. Synchronize app. This will allow you to synchronize the features from one app to another, and you can choose the template. And this is for advanced development. You have a class manager. You have validate app, so you can click on validate app and it will say if everything is done correctly in your app before publishing, or if there is an error. And edit the XML file. You also have an iframe code here that you can insert on any web page. So if you wanted to insert this into any web page, you can display the app itself. You can also get the URL of your app by selecting this here, and this will give you the URL that you can paste into any browser. So if we open the browser in the new tab, you can send this link to a client and the client will be able to see it. You can also change the device settings here, either landscape or portrait, by selecting this button here. And of course you can change the device size to give you a better feel of what it would look like once live. So that's a basic overview of what the builder can do and its features. Now we will go into more detail on each feature in future videos.